For years, Cartoon Network treated Ben 10 like a joke. A sanitized, overly bright, childish reboot that completely forgot why we fell in love with the franchise in the first place. But out of nowhere, everything just changed. Ben 10 is back. And this time, it's dark, it's gritty, and the internet is already calling it the absolute Ben 10. Forget the bright colors for a second. The internet is losing its mind over the brand new Ben 10 comic book series published by Dynamite Entertainment. The original creators, the legendary group known as Man of Action, have finally returned. They took the steering wheel back, and they are dragging the Omnitrix into a completely new, mature era. But why exactly are fans comparing this to DC's Absolute Universe? And more importantly, what is the massive secret hidden inside these new alien designs that changes the entire lore as we know it? Let's dive deep. To understand why this new comic is breaking the internet, we have to look at the psychology of the audience. If you watched the original Ben 10 premiere in 2005, you are not a kid anymore. You are in your 20s or 30s. You grew up, and for the first time, the franchise is growing up with you. The creators realized that we don't want a shiny toy commercial anymore. We want stakes. We want actual danger. And Dynamite Entertainment is delivering exactly that. Let's talk about the art style. When the first promotional images dropped, the fandom went completely silent. Look closely at these alien transformations. This isn't just standard superhero stuff, this is borderline body horror. In the original show, transforming into Heat Blast or 4 arms was treated like a cool superpower. It was instant, painless, and fun. But the new art style implies something far more visceral. The Omnitrix is fusing alien DNA with human biology. It looks heavy. It looks like it hurts. These aren't just guys in monster suits, they are terrifying, towering alien creatures. This brings us to the absolute connection. Right now, DC Comics is running the Absolute Universe, a storyline where heroes like Batman and Superman are stripped of all their comforts and forced into a darker, much more brutal reality. The fans adopted this term for the new Ben 10 comic because it's doing the exact same thing to Ben Tennyson. They are stripping away the goofy safety net. Think about the actual lore of the Omnitrix. It was never meant to be a weapon, right? Azimuth created it as a tool for peace, a way for different species to walk a mile in each other's shoes. But when a 10-year-old kid puts it on, it becomes the most dangerous device in the galaxy. This new comic series seems to be leaning heavily into the psychological burden of that device. Imagine being a kid, and your mind is suddenly flooded with the primal instincts of a Pyronite or a Volpomancer. The new comic isn't hiding the fact that Ben is carrying the weight of the universe on his wrist. It's treating the Omnitrix less like a cool watch, and more like a curse. And if the heroes are getting darker, what does that mean for the villains? This is where the lore gets really interesting. If Ben is dealing with body horror and high stakes, Vilgax cannot just be a standard cartoon bad guy anymore. In this absolute universe, Vilgax needs to be a cosmic horror. A galactic warlord who doesn't just want the Watch to conquer planets, but someone who understands the dark, raw potential of the alien DNA. We are likely going to see a version of Vilgax that is ruthless, brutal, and genuinely terrifying. Furthermore, we need to consider the Plumbers. The secret intergalactic police force. In a mature storyline, the Plumbers wouldn't just be the good guys in shiny armor. A mature Ben 10 story opens the door for political corruption, secret agendas, and government cover-ups. The Plumbers might view Ben not as a hero, but as an unregistered weapon of mass destruction. This is why this new comic book run is so important. It is a massive course correction. It is Man of Action looking at the fan base and saying, "We hear you." They are taking the core mythology that made Ben 10 a global phenomenon and injecting it with the gravity and seriousness it always deserved. It's a love letter to the fans who stayed loyal through the worst eras of the franchise. The Absolute Ben 10 is not just a comic, it is a statement. It proves that animation and comic books don't have to talk down to their audience. They can evolve. As we wait for the first issues to drop, one thing is absolutely certain: the Omnitrix has never looked so intimidating, and the universe has never felt so dangerous. What do you think about these new, terrifying alien designs? And which classic alien are you most excited to see in this dark, mature art style? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the lore, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, see you later.